Now in. Heels together, hands to the side. Chariot. Chunyi. Excellent. Right, we're not going to do a warm-up, remember. So if you haven't done a warm-up, just warm up as we go. But you're young, most of you, so you should be absolutely fine. Watch what's around you. Make sure you've got enough space. Parallel ready stance. Chunyi. Left leg back, up chologi. Leg raise. Ready? And hala. Good. Two. Set. Net. Don't forget that cross after the kick. Make sure you do that. Dos. Yes. Elbow. Yedid. Ayo. Yedid. And change your stance. Hala. Excellent. And again. Hala. Two. Set. Net. Dos. Yes. Elbow. Yedid. Ayo. Yedid. And poro. Brilliant. Sitting stance punch. Chumiri. Now, what I try and do, for those of you that maybe just joined us, I try and mirror, okay? So sometimes I'll mirror you, sometimes I'll explain that I'm not. So this should be your left fist, moving your left foot into sitting stance. Single punch. One, two, set, net, dos, yes, elbow, yeah, ayo, yeah. Two punches. One, two, set, net, dos, yes, elbow, yeah, ayo, yeah, and poro. Sure. Brilliant. So we're going to just do a few fundamentals from Yul Gok, and then we're going to go into Yul Gok, and then give yourself a bit of space. So we're going to start off by stepping forwards. Now, if you get to a point where I'm still shouting and you can't go forward anymore, then make sure that you just step back. So I'm going to leave it up to you, because I don't know what space you've got. I'm going to leave it up to you to move forwards and backwards, depending on what space you have. So first of all, we're going to do a palm hooking block, right? So a palm hooking block. We're going to step forward with this side first. Comes from on top. Palm faces up. And then it ends up facing down. Okay, so the reason it's called a hooking block is because of the nature of how it gets there. So you see it creates like a hooking motion, like this. Up, over, down, and across. Parallel ready stance. Chunbi. So step forward with your left leg on top and hana. Good. So now, if you look from the side, so if you stay there, elbows bent, wrist is also bent. So this is flat, parallel to the floor. And the hand position is an arc hand. So your hand should be this way. So you're basically spreading the thumb and the fingers out. And then you just bend the thumb slightly, bend the fingers slightly, and that creates an arc hand. Okay? And it goes like that. So you're dropping down on somebody's arm. So they've tried to punch you, and you've basically done that. But you haven't grabbed, you're just doing that. So that you could grab if you wanted to, right? So get ready. And hala. Good. Two. Set. Net. Dos. Yes. Elbow. Yedid. Ayo. Yedid. And paro. Good. So now we're going to do a connecting motion, right? So when you first learned Dangun, you were introduced to a continuous motion, which was the low block, rising block. So that's a continuous motion, right? So what you've got there is you've got two movements, one breath in, two accentuated breaths out. And the first movement doesn't stop. It just carries on through into the second one. That's a continuous motion, right? And you have two lots of sine waves. And then you moved into Dosan and you did a fast motion. When you did the front kick, two punches, it's a fast motion. So basically you have two moves, two breaths, but you do the sine wave really quick. You don't create a dip in between the sine wave. Hopefully you can understand that. Now when we get to Yul Gok, we're doing what we call a connecting motion, right? So basically what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to do the hooking block obverse this way, and then we're going to do another hooking block reverse and a punch. Now those two movements are what we call a connecting motion. There's two moves, one breath, and one sine wave. So if you watch from the side, so I'm half facing this way. Then when I do the second one, I go half facing the other way, and I'm up, heel off the floor, and then I go down with the punch. So you see? And a breath like that. So that's a connecting motion, okay, which is in Yul Gok. So let's do that. So give yourself a bit of space to start with, and then you just go forwards and backwards depending on what space you have. To me, this side forward first, palm hooking block, one, hello. Now without moving, we're just going to go up and punch. Get ready, hello. Forward, one, hello. And then again, 1, 2, hello. 2, set, net, dos, yos, yogo, yede. Now, one shout, all three. Ready? Hello. 1, 2, 3. Good. 2. Set. Net. Dos. Yos. Yogo. Yede. Ayo. Yede. And poro. Sure. Good. Now, if you find that tricky, which it is quite a tricky move, go back to this video, do it, pause it, watch it, do it, watch it, go back, keep rewinding it so that you can really get that understanding. Okay? Now, we're going to do a jump into an X stance with a high back fist side strike, right? So you've already done a back fist side strike in Do-san. Remember, you do the thrust, release, all the way around, back fist strike, back fist strike. Now that's a back fist side strike. You're half facing and your fist is 45 degrees. Now we're going to do it in an X stance with the back fist this way. Now, an X stance, watch. So if I do it this way, my landing foot is flat, okay, facing this direction. My other foot comes behind this way on the ball of the foot like that. But the ball of the foot is on the line of the heel. So where the heel is, that's where the ball of the foot is. But both feet are facing in the same direction. But the back foot, the heel is slightly off the ground. And we're pushing this shin into this calf here. Right? So we're pushing that and we're sitting down into the X stance. We're bending the knees. Right? So we're going to jump 45 degrees this way, right? So if I mirror you, you're going to jump onto your left and you're going to be facing at a 45-degree angle. So you're half facing the front. At the same time, you're going to do a left back fist side strike like that. Okay? So give yourself maybe a walking stance distance because we'll jump and then we'll come back and then we'll do it again. Ready? So jumping onto your left foot, right foot comes behind. If you want to watch first, like that, okay? And then we come back. You ready? Good. And back. Two. And back. Set. And back. Net. And back. Toss. And back. So we're just going to do it the way we do it in the pattern. There we go. And back, which is your left fist. And back. And hill. And poro. Sure. Good. Just one more technique I want us to look at is a high double forearm block. Right? So we mustn't get this mixed up with a forearm guarding block. So this would be a forearm guarding block, and this would be a double forearm block. But in this particular pattern, we're going to do it in a walking stance here. Okay? Remembering this level the eyes and the body is half facing. A typical problem with this block is going full facing because you're bringing this arm around as well. So you end up going full facing, but we've got to try and maintain that half facing position. So let's have a go. Ready? So we're going to go forward with your left side. Swing the arms like a forearm guard, but your hands are in a slightly different position. Your left hand will be facing away and your right hand will be facing away. And then as you do the block, they both twist this way. So you're doing an inner forearm block with this hand, and this hand is very similar to the forearm guard, but the little finger goes almost touching the elbow. Get ready. Ha! Good. Two. Set. Net. Dos. Yosin. Yogo. Yedel. Ayo. Yed. Hana. Tur. Set. And pro. Sure. Brilliant. Okay, so now we're going to do pattern Yul Gok. So first of all, we're going to do it my time, and I'm going to face you. And then we're going to do it in our own time, and I'm going to face this way. Right? So hopefully, if you go back to this video, you'll be able to see the movements from this way. And then when I turn around, you'll be able to see the movements when we're coming back to the spot. We'll have a quick look at the diagram before we finish, so you've got an idea of what I mean when I say the diagram of the pattern, right? So let's do pattern Yul Gok, my time. So if you need to shuffle around, then obviously you need to shuffle around, all right? I might have to shuffle around as well, so don't pay too much attention to my stance because I might have to do a shorter stance, I might have to move the foot slightly different. So this is just trying to build up a picture of the pattern and the actual techniques that we're doing. And then when you want to look at the whole pattern, if you go to the website, right? Okay, pattern Yul Gok, my time, chumi, and ta, two, set, net, dos, yosi, yogo, yeden, ayo, yed, hana, tur, set, net, dos, yosin, yogo, yeden, ayo, yed, hana, tur, set, net, dos, yosin, hana, tur, Yul Gok, paro, sure. Good. Now we're going to do it in our own time. So I'm going to come up here, face this way. Yul Gok tul, 그럼 준비, 시작. Yul Gok, paro, and shove. Good. So the key apps for Yul Gok is on the back fist side strike as you jump. Okay? Chode, Kunye, and Hassan. Thank you.